Aiello, who had a tech fall in 6:51 over Caden Russell, taking on Nino Bonaccorsi from Pitt. Break down the two styles. Start with Bonaccorsi.
Yeah, Bonaccorsi, just one of those guys that he wrestles through every position. Tough rider, real good scrambler, and you know, just one that.
This is a big-time match, too. Aiello won the ACC title at this weight in 2020. Bonaccorsi won it last year.
Yep, and Bonaccorsi is 4-0 versus Jay Aiello, so looking to make that 5-0, and Aiello looking to get that monkey off his back, right? I mean, you lost to this guy 4 times. Let's make it something special and get that 5th, you know, that win the 5th time, your last matchup on your own campus.
Bonaccorsi 13-3 on the season, 93-23 in his career. And as Christian just mentioned, 4 of those 93 wins coming against the Cavalier and Jay Aiello.
Yeah, and well, these two are familiar foes. They were on the U23 World Team together this summer, so you got to think that probably somewhat friends, right? You wrestled on a world team together. You probably create some sort of bond within that overseas trip.
When they met back on January 21, it was a 9-4 win for Bonaccorsi, as Christian already said, one of the 4.
And Bonaccorsi, this is where he wins these matchups with these low singles, because Jay's a good scrambler, you know, but if you got your knee locked out and you can't really advance your position, makes it tough. And Bonaccorsi looking to pull in, and Aiello scoots out of bounds, does a good job wrestling to the edge. So Coach Gavin's gonna chuck that brick out there. He said, I think my boy had a takedown.
It was certainly close. Meanwhile, Steve Garland he's actually demonstrating with one of the Paulson brothers. I can't tell them apart. Can you?
Yes.
All right. Go to work. Go to work.
That one is Trent, I believe.
That did not sound super confident, my man.
I think Travis is the one with the hair.
Okay.
And I'm not confident, though.
So that was a fake yes.
Yeah. Well, you fake it till you make it, right? If you act like you know what you're talking about, sometimes people believe you.
How about this as well, Coach Gavin, who spent time with Coach Garland? Let's take a look at what they're looking at.
So, I don't think so. I think that was... I think they had the call right. You know, you watch, Bonaccorsi doesn't drag his feet in when Aiello has a supporting point hit the mat. So, to me, it's a good no call. Officials had it right.
So they did. So we're still at zeros with 1:20 remaining here in the first. Semifinals, ACC style, 197.
You know, if I'm coaching against Bonaccorsi, the thing for me is, like, you ever been to someone's house who has a chihuahua and they just won't get off your ankles, and you got to find a way to defend yourself? That's how you coach against Nino Bonaccorsi. He's like a chihuahua on your ankles, but it's a big chihuahua. So you better be ready.
That is a giant chihuahua. Good analogy, though, as we're under 50 seconds remaining in the first.
I'm making myself laugh over here thinking about it. Could you imagine a 200-pound chihuahua? So 4-point stance for Aiello. He knows Bonaccorsi wants to live on his legs, but he's holding center position. Jay Aiello, a really, really good football player in high school, so that 4-point stance, pretty familiar for him. His high school, Westfield, was the 6A state champion football team his senior year, so A lot of people thought Jay would go play football in college instead of wrestle, as he was Mr. Virginia for the state for football. Really, really good athlete. So scoreless first period there.
Good look earlier of Coach Gavin, now Coach Garland for Pittsburgh and Virginia, respectively. And Jay will start down as Bonaccorsi up. Again, Bonaccorsi's last year's ACC champion at 197. Jay did it in 2020. And Jay Aiello, first one to score there with the escape.
A low shot by Bonaccorsi, but that's a big chunk of leg you're reaching out for Jay Aiello. He's going to be able to push that big, strong leg back pretty easily.
So 1-0 lead. Bonaccorsi, a perfect 4-0 against Aiello. Aiello with a 1-0 lead. You're right, Aiello has not come out of that 4-point stance. He has stayed low, Christian.
I think that's what Garland was telling him during that little overtime review there, right? He was kind of pointing out to him, hey, you're coming in on these inside ties, and this guy's just getting at your ankles, so we got to make an adjustment. We've lost here 4 times. Nice job by Aiello wrestling him to the out-of-bounds line and gets a stall call there. And Gavin points to the noggin and says, keep your head. Right, you could tell Aiello's starting to kind of get Bonaccorsi out of his game plan. And I think the Pitt's gray singlets are my favorite singlet of the tournament so far.
Okay.
Close second to the Hokies' white and orange one. But we know we'll be seeing some good singlet swag for the finals here at 7 o'clock. So 1-0, 30 seconds left in the second. And Bonaccorsi's pretty solid on top. Aiello has had some struggles on bottom throughout his career. So kind of surprised that, he picked bottom, got out. We'll see what Bonaccorsi decides to do, headed to the third. 4 seconds on the clock, measure each other. A little bit of hand fighting to end the period. A little bit of extra love to end the second. So caution on Aiello. I think that's his first one. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Never. Bonaccorsi, you know the deal. He needs to get up here. Aiello with the 1-0 lead. Bonaccorsi, a perfect 4-0 against Jay Aiello.
So now riding time starting to shift in Aiello's
There
favor.
it is. We're tied at 1.
And that's exactly what... The one point he comes out of that 3-point stance is where Bonaccorsi gets to the legs. And Aiello's got to elevate here because this is not a position you want to be in with Bonaccorsi. He's looking to hook that left foot.
Yeah, if he can get his leg out of there.
And how he held on to that leg for so long is beyond me, but...
There it is. There it is.
That Chihuahua finally got the ankle.
Yep. Got the leg release, got the ankle, got the 2. Well said, Christian.
So 3-1, 1:06 on the clock. This is a big 5 seconds for Aiello. And is he going to get to his feet? Is he going to get a quick escape? Or is Bonaccorsi going to be able to pick up a good ride here?
Break hands is 3-2. We've got 60 seconds remaining.
Smartly comes in with his hands down this time. Nice knee pull by Aiello, but the hips of Bonaccorsi. Does a good job getting his hips to the party, does Aiello. And this is where Jay likes to be. He's low on the ankle. Bonaccorsi getting his hips in. And I said this is where he wants to be, and not anymore. Oof. Those hips, Bonaccorsi, look heavy.
Jade finally releases, so those are the two, and that should do it.
And that was great defense by Bonaccorsi. I mean, just does a great job being patient on his defense, not rushing, getting the corner, keeping his hips in. And that'll do it. So make that 5-0 for Bonaccorsi over Aiello.
And it also means that Bonaccorsi has punched his ticket to Detroit.
Congratulations. You're going back to the NCAA tournament.
So Bonaccorsi, both arms in the air.
Aiello tries to ride. Aiello kicks out and right back in on the shot. Scrambles through. Aiello on that foot, but eventually concedes. And that was the takedown that gave Bonaccorsi the lead.